1979. Again, there was no championship wrestling episode on August 4th in our canon due to the calendar only having straight 28-week calendar. And unfortunately, that's not really something that the game can change because they're probably not even going to factor in that people want to do these type of universe. But we got 3 titles on the line on this edition here. We got, of course, the world title going to be on the line here. Tito Santana going to defend against the Iron Sheik. Iron Sheik coming off his big win over Ivan Putski. Ivan Putski and Dominic DuNucci are going to team up tonight. They're going to take on Steve Travick and Haystacks Calhoun for the WWF Tag Team title. And in our opening match, we've been talking about for several weeks now how Pat Patterson has been wanting another shot at the North American Championship. He is getting that shot right here tonight. It's going to be our opening matchup. So we are going to go ahead and get that started. There you see that graphic, North American Championship on the line here in our opener. 3 championship matches, 6 matches can all kick it off. There you see Piper and Valentine in our semi-final match. SD Jones, Jimmy Valiant, Swede, Hanson, Nikolai, Volkoff. Should be some fun matches, but of course, the North American Championship starting things off. Let's get it going.
The following is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Wrestling Northern Heavyweight Championship.
It's going to be a very intriguing contest here. Pretty sure we're going to be introducing the competitors when they get into the ring. Here is the challenger, Pat Patterson. Pat Patterson, 5-4-1 overall. He had a shot at the title back on June 23rd when Ernie Ladd was the champion. He was unsuccessful. Of course, in the original history, it was Patterson who defeated DiBiase to win the North American title at that very edition of Championship Wrestling. Going to be a very interesting contest here. Cannot wait to see how this one plays out. Very important in Pat Patterson, guys, that he wins the championship here. He's been doing a lot of talking. He's been complaining about some of the guys who have gotten shots over him. And he got a gripe there. SD Jones got a shot before he did. Frank Williams got a shot before he did. Dominic DuNucci got a shot before he did. All guys with losing record. He'd actually just defeated SD Jones before he got his shot. So Patterson got a gripe. But the champion, Ted DiBiase, 2-time North American champion. His 4th title defense and regaining that belt on July 21st in Philadelphia over Steve Travick. So far has held the championship now for 19 days and already in his 4th title defense. And he had a shot at Tito Santana's world title in that stretch as well. So, could that be the telling factor? Could DiBiase be spreading himself too thin? Could he have made himself right for the picking for Pat Patterson here? 5 men have held this championship so far since the change of the name of the World Wrestling Federation. DiBiase, the first one to do it twice. Let's go to the ring introduction and our ring announcer, Mike Rome.
Introducing the challenger. From Montreal, Quebec, Canada, weighing in at 235 pounds, Pat Patterson! And his opponent, from Omaha, Nebraska, weighing in at 260 pounds, the World Wrestling Northern Heavyweight Champion, Ted
DiBiase, the North American champion, getting ready to defend against Pat Patterson. It's one fall, the 1 hour time limit. Very unlikely that we are going to hit the 1 hour mark in this matchup, just being honest about it. That's not something that happened for Tom. Well, it's gone. We are officially underway here. Call an elbow tie up. Guys, I like by DiBiase. So it looks like we're going to start with some chain wrestling. Patterson's going to counter out of that into a drop toe hold. Nicely executed. Call an elbow tie up again here. Both men jockeying for position. Patterson with a little bit of strength advantage pushes DiBiase against the rope. Big right hand there by Patterson, coming off with a springboard something or other. Springboard rear view basically, gets the count of one. Big series of right hand coming up here. Every match on this card is important in terms of top 10 rank, in terms of championship. Again, 3 championships on the line here tonight. Championship wrestling is going to return on Saturday here, August 11th. That took a week off due to the calendar issue. We're just going to say that the best of episode aired for our syndicated market. Count of one. DiBiase now with it, taking the advantage again here. Okay, we talked about at the last episode the fallout with the Valiant brothers, Jerry Valiant. Johnny Valiant had said he would still team with Jerry on occasion, but we had a case on television a couple weeks ago where Jerry Valiant was wrestling Ivan Putski, trying to soften him up for a future match with Jimmy Valiant. Jerry Valiant lost the match. Jimmy was angry about it, came out and attacked Jerry. Ivan Putski made the save. Oh, big clothesline there. So the all out with Jerry Valiant. Johnny had got there and said, "Hey, they're both my brothers. I will team with both of them on occasion." But as far as it could go for the championship, Jimmy, Lou Albano basically got there and said, "Hey, Jerry couldn't get the job done." So we know the next chapter of that story is going to end up taking place on Championship Wrestling this coming Saturday. So that's very, very interesting to see how that situation winds up playing out. Patterson going for another cover here. Several near falls in the opening 3 minutes of this matchup here. Okay, we're going to see Roddy Piper in action on Championship Wrestling. Nikolai, Volkoff, Tony Atlas. So a lot going on Championship Wrestling when that return. Patterson with a 2 count. Ooh, that was close. We could be looking at a new North American champion right here. Went for the atomic drop. He won matchup with that before. DiBiase countered that. DiBiase went for a takedown. Patterson was able to counter that, then go for a springboard splash and misses. DiBiase going for another cover already here. Count of one is all DiBiase can get. Going for a cover again. And again, Patterson kicked out. I tell you, it's a tremendous matchup. Patterson knocking DiBiase down, going out to the floor. I think Patterson was thinking about getting a weapon, remembering that this is a title match. Went for a double stomp and missed. DiBiase rolling out of the way. I know he may have been thinking about that bomb away knee and calling DiBiase moving before he could hit it. Patterson now going to work on DiBiase's leg. Patterson, he using an atomic drop as one of his main moves. He using a figure 4 leg lock. Use that bomb away knee drop. Shake of Ray Stevens. Any number of ways Pat Patterson can put you away. DiBiase now snapping that power slam over. Looks like he wants to cover, but Patterson was too close to the rope. DiBiase thinking better of it now. Here's the fifth drop to the head. Got Patterson down, going for the pin here. 5 minutes have gone by, and this game referee, we talked about it last week on Steel Pier. This game referee has a tendency to smack people in the freaking head when she's going for covers. I don't understand it. DiBiase, I think, was going for that Cobra Clutch. There's a counter, double leg takedown. Could be a new champion right here. He's got the leverage, only a count of 2. And a big running kick to the face by Patterson. DiBiase now with a rake to the eye. And a low blow right in front of the referee. DiBiase desperate, hits that low blow. Referee's going to make the count anyway. Come on, no. Patterson got the bottom rope. I'm going to say I know Patterson's the heel here, but I would have hated that as a finish. Patterson tried so hard to get the shot. That to do it, that would have been a travesty of justice. DiBiase again went for that Cobra Clutch. Patterson again counting it with an elbow. DiBiase slamming Patterson down to the mat. One of the longest championship matches, single championship matches we've ever had. Been a tremendous matchup here. DiBiase up top, maybe going for a flying knee and a go. No, he's waiting for Patterson to get to his feet. All the way up top. Went for a flying forearm. Patterson ducked out of the way. Patterson with a drop kick, knocked the champion down. Going up to the top rope. It could be that bomb away knee drop. We talked about it earlier. He hit it. He covered. We have a new champion right here. This is it. 1, 2. No! DiBiase gets the left shoulder up. Patterson is furious. Patterson is furious. DiBiase now pulling himself back to his feet. Atomic drop. Yes. That's going to do it. 1, 2, 3. What a match. What a match.
Here is your winner, and new World Wrestling Northern Heavyweight Champion, Pat Patterson.
6 minutes and 58 seconds. Pat Patterson is the new North American champion. What an incredible match. What an incredible match. Patterson said if he got another opportunity at that belt, he was going to take it. He proved himself right. It was not easy. What an incredible contest this wound up being. With the win, Pat Patterson is now 6-4-1 in individual competition, 1-1 in title matches. DiBiase now 9-6-1 overall, 5-4 in championship matches. But Pat Patterson, the new North American champion. And we're going to go ahead and move on here. This is going to be interesting here. A couple of guys managed by Freddie Blackie. Blackie's officially going to be in Swede Hanson's corner. One fall of the 20-minute time limit. Swede Hanson, the newcomer, 0-1 so far in individual competition, taking on Nikolai Volkoff, who's 9-8. And again, Volkoff is normally managed by Freddie Blackie, but Blackie's going to be at ringside in Hanson's corner. And Blackie has told Nikolai, we've heard in the back, he's told Nikolai, hey, I'm going to be in Swede's corner. I'm going to support Swede specifically. I'm still your manager. We want to make sure that Swede Hanson gets just due.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring from Orangeburg, South Carolina, weighing in at 300 pounds, Swede Hanson.
Big, raw bone, Swede Hanson, as Vince McMahon always used to say. Again, coming back like Freddie Blackie. Blackie told Volkoff, hey, I'm going to try to help Swede Hanson win the match. The more guys we have in that top 10, the better. A better our opportunity of getting championship opportunity. According to Man Iron Sheik had the world title opportunity in our main event tonight. This should be a fight.
From Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 320 pounds,
Nikolai Volkoff making his way to the ring here. This could be a fun fight. And I hope it's good, and it really should be. I hope it's as good as it should be. Yeah, this really has potential to be an incredible matchup. Neither of these guys are fan favorite. We're not even going to pretend they're fan favorite. Neither of these guys are. Then we had that great opening matchup. If you're just now joining us, the new North American champion, Patterson. He got it all he needed was to get that one opportunity, and he would get that title, and he proved himself correct. We still have 2 championship matches to go here. The tag titles are coming up a little bit later on. Haystacks, Calhoun, and Steve Travis defend against Dominic, DuNucci, and Ivan Putski. Couple of fan favorite tag teams taking each other on there. Tito Santana will be taking on the Iron Sheik in our main event, the Great Hussein Arab, getting his opportunity. That's still to come in our main event here tonight. Oh, Swede Hanson going right to the eye. That's what you're going to see here. You're going to see 2 guys just slugging each other out. Going to keep some good downhill cheating. Blackie officially in Swede Hanson's corner, although he is the manager of record for Nikolai Volkoff as well. I think it's brilliant on Blackie's part, but no matter who wins, Blackie gets 10% of both persons. There's the Irish whip there. Big clothesline. Blackie taking that Royal Rumble 89 role, Bobby Heenan, the King Haku Harley Race match. That a lot of people didn't see that match for years, but they edited it off the Royal Rumble videotape that year, tried to get the show into 2 hours. Luckily, pay-per-view feeds exist. It's gonna miss the archive being on Peacock, I'm not gonna lie. 3 more days for most of that footage. Headbutt there by Volkoff, going for a double leg takedown. Hanson, I think, is getting underneath the rope, but he's gonna reverse that into a kind of a sunset flip. They're gonna reverse into a counter. Another reversal by Hanson. Nobody's getting a count off of it, but we're getting a lot of hit attempts. We might go to a full 20 minutes just them countering each other like this. This is great. I love it. Finally, they get out of that position. I've got total kick covers there, a total of 1 count. I love it. Hanson with the airplane spin, spinning Volkoff round and round, dropping him down here. Blackie throws kendo stick in the ring. Referee's going to throw it out there. I think, honestly, Blackie might officially be in Hanson's corner here, but I think Blackie's just throwing weapons in and hoping somebody uses them. I just think he wants to see a fight. I just think Blackie wants to see a fight. To take advantage of what? Hanson goes up on the apron, going to come up to the top rope. Volkoff standing right there. Volkoff tried to punch him and missed. And Hanson knocked him down. Big clothesline there by Big Swede. And a big backdrop. Taking him over there. Sidewalk slam there by Swede Hanson. Go for the cover. Got a 2 count. I think a couple of guys that we're going to see off and on for a long, long time here. Camel clutch by Swede Hanson. Of course, that Iron Sheik pet hold. Swede Hanson's current contract runs into February of 1980. See what kind of what he can do over the course of the next 6 to 8 months here. Nikolai Volkoff up on that middle rope here. Could be. I thought he was going to go for a knee. Decided to go for a flying axe handle instead. Go for the cover off of that. Only a count of 1. There's a big bear hug by Nikolai. Done some wins with this one before. Nikolai's current contract also runs into February 1980, so about 6 to 7 months left for each of these guys under their current deal. Swede Hanson swinging neck breaker. Knocks Volkoff down. Going for a... Oh, he went for that big splash. That's one of his finishers, and Volkoff was ready for it. Now Volkoff with the sidewalk slam. Going for the cover. That could do it. And it does. Big win for Nikolai.
Here is your winner, Nikolai.
4:53 the time of the fall. Nikolai Volkoff gets the win on Swede Hanson. And again, Freddie Blasky wins either way. Freddie Blasky managed both those men, even though he was technically in the corner of Swede Hanson there. Swede Hanson now 0-2. Having a rough start. Nikolai Volkoff now 10-8. He's the third wrestler to get 10 wins since the name change to the WWF in May here. 10-8 overall. We got another matchup coming up here. 1 fall 20. FD Jones and Jimmy Valiant 1-on-1. A couple of guys with losing records, so should be an interesting matchup. One fall with a 20-minute time limit for this matchup here as well. Let's go up to the ring. And our ring announcer Mike Rome for the introduction of our first competitor.
The following is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Mali, weighing in at 260 pounds, S.T. Jones.
FD Special Delivery Jones making his way into the ring here. FD, current deal runs out in September. So going to be a lot of turnover here in the next few months with some of the talent here. We're going to see a lot of FD between now and the end of the 80s, though. Let's not even lie about that.
And his opponent from New York, weighing in at 251 pounds, handsome Jimmy Valiant.
Handsome Jimmy Valiant, we talked earlier, the falling out he had with his brother Jerry. And poor brother Johnny still in the kind of caught in the crossfire there. Jimmy Valiant is with us until the end of the year with his current contract. Now there's going to be a lot of turnover, a lot of talent turnover here before the end of the year, and it's going to be interesting to see how some things play out. There at the bell, we are underway. One fall with a 20-minute time limit. If you're watching live on Twitch, thank you for joining us. We do have one new follower, Jimmy Gamer 188926. Thank you very much for the follow if you're still with us. He followed us during the first Steel Pier episode of the day back on the August 2nd edition. This is the August 9th, 1979 edition of WWF at the Steel Pier on Prism Television. 3 more shows from the Steel Pier here. We'll be doing this every Thursday through the month of August. The next show at the Philadelphia Spectrum is August 18th, so that'll be coming up here in the next week and a half ago. And then August 27th at Madison Square Garden. There, Valiant with a series of elbows and raking the eyes right there. Counting that kick. They've got 10 to get back in the ring here. Valiant looks like he's going to try to throw SD back in the ring. There's the count of 7. Okay, we came very close to having a really super short match there with a double count out. Excuse me, there's a headbutt there by Valiant to the arm and another one. Or if you look at, we talked about these two guys with losing records here. Jimmy Valiant, 3-6 in individual competition. Although he did hold the North American Championship for a week, from May 26th to June 2nd. SD Jones, 5-10. And he had a shot at the North American title not too recently here against DiBiase. Giant swing here by Jimmy Valiant. Nicely done. Not to the kind of like a guy like Bruno, like a guy like Gorilla Monsoon used it, but Russian leg sweep there by Valiant. Been all Valiant so far. SD had a little bit of advantage in that opening minute here, but ever since then it's been Valiant just taking control. Raking the eye with the boot there, kick to the head. There's a forearm to the back here. And Valiant dropping the knee. Going for a cover. Count of 1, and 1 is all he can get there. Johnny Valiant. There's a leg sweep there by SD Jones. Jimmy Valiant now rolling to the rope there. There's the whip. SD now picked up Jimmy Valiant, got him on his shoulders here, fireman carry position, dropping him face first onto that top turnbuckle. SD Jones now getting up Jimmy Valiant. SD Jones now back in control. Go for the cover. Count of 1 is all he can get. SD Jones had a hell of a match with Bruno Sammartino last week on the Steel Pier as well, so. I mean, SD Jones is one of those guys, he loses more often than he wins, but he has good matches. Feels kind of weird that the game has only been a star and a half so far. It's been pretty foot. Just now 2 stars. This match has been pretty fun. SD now into an abdominal stretch, trying to get a commission off of it. Valiant trying to... Looked like Valiant trying to go for a hip toss, and SD just cranked on that hold. SD does let it go, thinking he's not going to get a commission at that particular moment. Going for a Boston Crab. He might get the commission off of this. If he can finish. That's going to do it. Got to call that at least a minor upset.
Here is your winner, SD Jones.
SD Jones with a submission victory over Jimmy Valiant. 457. Don't think that's going to make Captain Lou very happy. FD Jones with the win, now 6-10. Jimmy Valiant with the loss, now 3-7. We've got our second championship match of the evening coming up here. Steve Travis and Haystacks Calhoun getting ready to take on Ivan Putski and Dominic DuNucci. Let's go ahead and get this one started. One fall, the 1 hour time limit. Why does every tag team have the frickin' music? Gonna give me more work to do. Oh, I hate it. Anyway, Ivan Putski and Dominic DuNucci teaming up here. This is gonna be their first time we've actually seen them wrestle on the stream. They've been listed like a regular tag team probably the last 3 months or so here. But it's the first time they've actually gotten a chance to team up. The hope was that they would team up in the tag team tournament back on July 26th, where Travis and Haystacks won the championship. Did not end up happening that way, but basically what happened was Ivan Putski was in a rivalry with Jimmy Valiant, had a chance to settle it. Told DuNucci, go ahead and pick yourself a partner. And DuNucci, at that time, picked Big Bully Bukic to be a tag team partner in the tournament. They all end up losing to Johnny Rock and Jose Estrada in the semifinals. Haystacks Calhoun and Steve Travis defeated Roddy and Estrada in the tournament final to win the championship in a 2-out-of-3 fall tournament final. Made their first successful title defense 2 days later on Championship Wrestling against SD Jones and Gorilla Monsoon. Now getting ready to make their second title defense here. Let's go up to Mike Rome for the introduction to our next matchup.
The following is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 490 pounds, Tito and Ivar Putski. And their opponents at a combined weight of 764 pounds, Steve Travis and Haystacks.
All right. One fall, the 1 hour time limit for those beautiful tag team championship belt. Dominic DuNucci and Steve Travis are going to start for their respective teams. And we are underway here. It should be an interesting, very interesting matchup here. And I want to thank our resident Steve Travis fan, J Douglas 1327, for following the stream. He's been living and dying by Steve Travis's, results here. We appreciate everything he's been doing. Yeah, we appreciate his support, everything he's been watching. Tremendously fun matchup here. DuNucci with control of Travis here in the opening minute or so here. A tremendous matchup here. DuNucci getting some shots in. Got a head kicker, rope break. Now you see this referee. Tony was clearly underneath the ropes earlier. Didn't make the count. Travis, I'm not sure, was underneath the rope. The referee immediately called for the break there. DuNucci's going to allow Travis to tag, which is my biggest gripe in these freaking tag team matches. It seems like any time somebody go for a hot tag, the guy who could stop it, it's like, yay, look at me, I'm awesome. Just stop the freaking tag. I know it's the CPU, I know it's the AI, but God. Dominic DuNucci with a fury of punches now to Haystacks Calhoun's head. Remember, Haystacks Calhoun is wrestling without a contract at this point. Because he's one of the tag team champions, he's going to stick around until he loses those belts, but... And if the Travis and Calhoun team keeps winning, then we could very well see Haystacks come back for some future title opportunities. If we are leaving anything open-ended for guys who have winning records to come back and get those opportunities as top contenders on occasion. But that's what I like about the unpredictable nature of just letting CPU run the... Here we go with some unrealistic stuff, because video games are stupid sometimes. Well, actually, Haystacks will look like he's going to slingshot back, springboard back in the ring. DuNucci's appearance there apparently stopped him. Looks like Haystacks going to tag Travis back in there. Putski stopped that. And there we go. See? Every time. I would say probably 85 to 90% of the time, somebody celebrates and that leads to the hot tag. Steve Travis with a suplex, bringing Putski over. Travis is the legal man. Putski going after Haystacks anyway here. Big European uppercut there by Ivan Putski now. Picking up Travis, powerbomb position. It just dumped him down. And the tag made to Dominic DuNucci. DuNucci, the wily veteran. There's an elbow drop. Count of one there. DuNucci has the distinction of somehow being a one-time WWF Tag Team Champion with two different partners. Won the title in 1975 with Victor Rivera. Rivera left for the IWA that was starting up around that time. Pat Barrett replaced Victor Rivera as DuNucci's partner at that time. Got to meet both Barrett and DuNucci before DuNucci passed at a Cauliflower Alley Club reunion. DuNucci now trying to crawl to his corner here. Now, at least the kick can. I mean, at least I wasn't celebrating to the crowd, but I still don't know what that was. Like, why didn't somebody get in after her? Elbow drop there by Putski. And still two more matches to go after this. Greg Valentine and Roddy Piper coming up next. And then Tito Santana looking to make another defense of that world title against the Iron Sheik in our main event. There's Putski calling for... And then got a big flying tackle there by Putski and knocked Haystacks down. Haystacks rolled out of the ring, comes back in. Big 601-pounder from Morgan's Corner, Arkansas. Now placed up on the middle turnbuckle. Kick Putski down. 5 minutes have gone by. 55 minutes remain in the 1 hour time limit. Big weight lock suplex by Haystacks Calhoun. And a kick to the back. Haystacks now going to kick to the leg here. Haystacks now getting up Putski with a running boot to the face. And what I've heard about Haystacks Calhoun hygiene, that boot to the face probably is almost like chemical warfare. Putski on the middle rope now on the inside. Kick Haystacks off. Big clothesline levels him. Now whipping into that corner. DuNucci got a shot in as well. Great show of strength there by Putski. Hanging Haystacks into the tree of woe here. Now a boot to the face. Putski calling Haystacks, trying to get Haystacks to his feet here. Go for a fireman carry. Could not get that weight up that time. Haystacks pounding away. Spinning back kick. Looked like the foot might have only caught the chest. Maybe the knee might have caught Putski in the face there. And that big splash by Haystacks. DuNucci's going to come in and make the save. Now, DuNucci is not going to be allowed back in the ring without a tag, but he saved the match, at least temporarily. It looks like the champions are in control, are getting close to retaining the belt here. There's that whip, double back body drop. What is Steve Travis going to go for here? Count him with a running knee lift of his own. Big elbow drop. Don't waste time, Steve. DuNucci's fresh. If Putski can make the tag, it's going to change the outcome. Big flying splash. Travis may have hurt himself on that one. Make the tag to Haystacks Calhoun. Now Haystacks can hit that splash a second time. It'll be all over. Oh, he's gonna go for the get down splash instead. DuNucci's feet are going. Haystacks' feet are underneath that bottom rope. Referee ain't gonna allow the pin anyway.
Here are your winners, and still World Tag Team Champions, Haystacks Calhoun and Steve Travis.
All right, so Steve Travis and Haystacks Calhoun retain the championship here. Calhoun pinning Putski in 7:42 with a cut-down flash. Again, Haystacks' foot was underneath that bottom rope. That technically should have been a rope break, but the referee let it go. We got 2 more matches to go here. This next one fall, 20-minute time limit. Greg Valentine and Roddy Piper. No, back. It accidentally hit the accumulate button. Didn't want to do that. One fall 20 for this next one. It should be fun.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall, making his way to the ring from Seattle, Washington, weighing in at 243 pounds, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Greg the Hammer Valentine making his way to the ring. The former North American, okay, not North American, the former world champion. Defeated Greg Valentine for that. Ugh, God. Greg Valentine defeated Bob Backlund for that world title May 26th. Lost it to Ted DiBiase on June 4th. Going 9-day reign, but he did have it. Taking on a man, again, on loan from the Los Angeles promotion. Valentine 10-4-1 overall. I think in large part to about 6 wins over Chief Chase Strongbow in like 8 meetings. Getting ready to take on a man who so far is undefeated in individual competition in the World Wrestling Federation, on loan from the LaBelle promotion in Los Angeles. If you're not sure who I'm talking about, here comes the introduction.
And his opponent from Glasgow, Scotland, weighing in at 230 pounds, Roddy Piper.
Roddy Piper, again, on loan from the LaBelle promotion in Los Angeles. Through the end of this month, he's 2-0 in individual competition. If he can pick up another win here. Okay, currently you need to have a minimum of 3 matches to qualify for a championship opportunity, to qualify for the top 10, I should say, top 10 ranking, when ranking factor into title opportunity. So a win here would make Piper technically the #1 contender. He would have a 1,000 winning percentage. We are eventually going to make that number 5. But there has to be a minimum, otherwise somebody who want to know can just get a world title shot because I feel like it, right? Gotta have that minimum. Well, gone, we are underway here. 1 fall, 20 minutes. First ever meeting between these two here in the World Wrestling Federation. Coming up next, Iron Sheik, Tito Santana, world title on the line in that main event. Iron Sheik getting his first opportunity at that WWF Championship. Coming up next. Oh, no. Beautiful move there by Greg Valentine to get the early advantage. Valentine now pulling on that armor, Roddy Piper. Again, Valentine did have a 9-day reign at WWF Champion end of May, beginning of June. Would love to move into a future opportunity at either that or the North American title, now held by Pat Patterson, who won that belt earlier tonight. Tremendous matchup, tremendous action so far on this event. You're going to see more great action here on future streams. Keep an eye out for when our streams go live. We'll typically stream every Saturday and Sunday, most likely. We'll probably stream Thursday on New Year's Day at some point as well. We'll try to get some other streams in during the week. But I am trying to stream a minimum of twice a week. I'm trying to get as far into this as I can before 2K26 comes out. There's an arm bar there by Valentine. Now, what will happen when 2K26 comes out is whatever year we are in the middle of, we will finish that year in universe time. Look, a nice move there by Roddy Piper. So if we've started if we've hit May of 1980 before 2K26 comes out, we'll finish 1980 on 2K25. There's a cover there by Piper, count of 1, and then we'll finish. And then we'll start the next year on 2K26. So it will be a continuous stream here on the YouTube channel, with all the records and the title history and all that stuff carrying over. Big running knee by Piper in the corner there. Long way to go before that becomes a factor, though. So we'll look at chokehold by Piper, working over Valentine. Piper whipping Valentine into the rope, comes off the top there, nicely done, hip toss. Takes Valentine over. Waiting for the next opportunity here. There's that big Bulldog headlock. That's one of Piper's big moves. Of course, his primary finisher, that sleeper hold, the Goodnight Irene. He's going to try to get the pin with that Bulldog. Referee in position. Beautiful position. Look at the shoulder. Valentine get that right shoulder up. That little bit of time Piper needed to get Valentine away from the rope. That may have been what gave Valentine there. Valentine with that DDT. And let's see if we can get a shot at Piper's fake. I think Piper's busted open. Valentine getting Piper out to the floor. Again, a 10 count on the floor. Well, Valentine's going to go out after Piper. That's going to start the count over. These two men need to get back in the ring before a count of 10. If the referee hits 10, the match is over. There'll be a draw. Both men are on the outside. Piper went to whip Valentine into the step. Valentine reversed to whip Piper into the ring. Now Valentine with Piper face first in that northwest turnbuckle. Piper is, in fact, leading from the forehead. We got a good shot of it there. That might be the fastest I've ever seen Greg Valentine run. You know, I heard that story. It would take Valentine 15 minutes just to warm up. Don't always get 15 minutes in this universe. You're off. Curb stomp. Leveling him there. Now trying to pull him away. Trying to pull Piper away from the rope. Into a cross-face submission. We've seen Valentine get some wins with this before, and he's going to get one here. Greg the Hammer Valentine in 4:43. Get the win with the crossface submission. With that win, Valentine now moved up. 11-4-1 overall. Piper now 2-1. We got one more match to go here. Our big main event is next. Tito Santana, Iron Sheik for the WWF Championship. One fall, the 1 hour time limit. Santana has been doing very well for himself here. Multiple title defenses, winning that belt.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the WWE Championship.
And I'm relatively sure we will have the main event style intro once the wrestlers get into the ring. So into the ring now comes the Iron Sheik. Coming off a big win last week here in Atlantic City over Ivan Putski. Move himself into this title opportunity. An 8-6 record overall. His first shot at any championship here in World Wrestling Federation. The official name change back on May 1st. Getting ready to take on Tito Santana, currently in the longest WWF title reign since that name change. Multiple defenses for Santana so far. We'll go over that list here in a moment. Tito comes, making his way to the ring. Tito Santana winning the title back at the Philadelphia Spectrum on June 23rd. A win over Tito Santana, a win over Ted DiBiase. Against them, successful title defenses against Jimmy Valiant on July 19th. Then again, Ted DiBiase, July 30th at Madison Square Garden. Santana making his third defense of the championship. Let's go to Mike Rome for our introduction of our main event here.
Introducing the challenger. From Tehran, Iran, weighing in at 258 pounds, the Iron Sheik. And his opponent, from Toluca, Mexico, weighing in at 234 pounds, the WWE Champion, Tito Santana.
There is the world champion, Tito Santana. The referee showing off the belt to the Iron Sheik. Again, Tito Santana won that belt on June 23rd. So 47 days into a title reign, making his third defense against the great Hossein Arab, the Iron Sheik. There's the bell. Sheik with a clothesline right off the bat, trying to gain an early advantage. And into a chin lock. Now, for those of you who may not be aware why I keep calling Iron Sheik the great Hossein Arab, I mentioned it at least once or twice every stream, but I know not everybody watches the entire thing. That was what Sheik was known as back in the era. He was Hossein Arab, the great Hossein Arab. Did not use the Iron Sheik name until, I want to say 81. I know he was going by the Iron Sheik in Mid-South in 81. I think it was in Georgia before that. I don't know what he was. I don't know if he went by the Iron Sheik or a different name when he was in Georgia. Sheik now calling Santana to his feet. Big clubbing forearm there. Sheik with the early advantage. Looked like we may get a change of the guard here. Santana 11-1 overall. Santana got by far the best win-loss record of anybody with 5 or more matches. And, I mean, don't let this fool you here. Iron Sheik is absolutely a terrific competitor, but Tito Santana has been doing so well for so long. You just can't count him out until the match is over. Santana doing very well for himself in title matches as well. So Santana has been had a very good record in tag team matches as well. We are going to see Sheiky baby here until February 1980. February 1980 can coming up a lot with coming to town here. Inside cradle by Santana, could not get a count. Santana definitely needed that. Tito, I believe, his current contract is until April. Oh, Kaito suplex, that's the new champion right there. Sheik has not only won the title, but he won it in quick fashion. 2. Oh, Santana got the shoulder up. I don't know about that. They're gonna say he got the shoulder up. Big backdrop by Sheik. If he hit that Kaito suplex again, it's gonna be over. Like, there's no way Tito's getting out of the second one. Not at this point. Yeah, Santana's current contract runs out in April here. Pile driver by Tito, though. He tries to fight back, tries to keep the championship. Going for a knee breaker, perhaps. Nicely done. Santana wins both of his matches with that flying forearm. He does use a figure 4 leg lock with a lot of proficiency. So working on this knee is a very smart strategy. That's where most of the damage to the Sheik has been done in this match. A big body slam there by Santana. This is our main event, our final match here. Cross arm breaker. Sheik, who did get that foot underneath the bottom rope. Good call by the referee. Her first good call of the show. Running power slam by Tito. Tito making a match out of it. Thought he was beat a couple minutes ago, but he is in control. Went for a flying fist drop and missed and got caught with that pointed boot right in the face. Nice drop kick, though, by Tito. He tried to come back in. Another drop kick, nicely done. Ducking underneath a clothesline there. High cross body. Probably should have gone for the cover. That's probably too late to go for the cover after that. If he'd have stayed on him, he probably would have got him. Again, this referee is slapping people in the face when she's making count. If anybody from 2K is watching it, can we fix that for next year, please? Santana throws the Iron Sheik over the top rope out to the floor. Then again, pinfall work submission only to win the title here. Santana's going to go for the figure 4 leg lock out on the floor. Not going to win, not going to get the commission out there, but he can do some damage. Santana back in the ring. Of course, Santana knows full well he's calling for that flying forearm. Go back out after the Iron Sheik. Santana knows full well you can't win title by a count out. He and Steve Travick had a shot to tag team title and won that when the Valiant brothers still held them. Won that match by count out. But again, Sheik into the steel ring step. And Tito going out to the up to the top rope. That might be a mistake. No, he caught with the elbow drop to the small of the back. We are past the 5-minute mark here. Again, 1 fall, 1 hour. Very unlikely we are going to hit the 1 hour mark, but you never know. Santana now picking up. Santana keeps breaking the count, going back out after him. Tito, take the win any way you can get it. The title's on the line. That's not the competitor Tito is, though. And Sheik comes back with a headbutt. Now, Sheik does have to get the match back in the ring. There you go. Sheik wants to win the title. He's got to win it by pinfall work commission inside the ring. A countout does nothing. There's a chin lock. Knee to the back. Actually, an Iron Sheik fan asking Tito to commit to the hold. Santana does not commit. Sheik talking. Santana face first. Pulling up the top turnbuckle pad on the southwest corner here. Asking Tito to get to his feet. Referee is going to go ahead and work on that turnbuckle pad. At the Sheik and Santana against the rope here. I tell you, I like the fact that the last few main events have actually gotten some time. We had that cage match at the Garden, went nearly 10 minutes. Oh, Sheik went for a double underhook suplex. Santana countered that into an arm drag. This one here nearing 7 minutes. Santana sent the Sheik in. There's that flying forearm. It looks like Santana's going to end up retaining the title here. 1, 2, 3. Now that was a hell of a fight.
Here is your winner, and still WWE Champion, Tito Santana.
Tito Santana, 6 minutes and 50 seconds. With that flying forearm, retaining the title. Tito still undefeated in title matches. He's 4-0 in title matches. And 12-1 overall. Iron Sheik now 8-7 overall at that loss. Now 0-1 in title matches. What an incredible battle, though. That Sheik gave Tito all he could handle. And I thought the title changed hands just a couple minutes in. Tito barely got that shoulder up. We might need to take a look at the replay. That may have warranted Sheik a future opportunity that was that close. But what an incredible contest. And that's basically going to wrap it up here. Let's recap the results here from the Steel Pier real quick. We do have a new North American champion, Pat Patterson, winning the title in a very good matchup. Pinning Ted DiBiase with the atomic drop. With Nikolai Volkoff defeating Swede Hanson in a match that Blackie was officially in Hanson's corner 4, but he managed both guys. Blackie was the winner either way. That's D. Jones with a minor upset over Jimmy Valiant. Commissioned with the Boston Crab. Tag team title retained by Steve Travick and Haystacks Calhoun. A win over Dominic, DuNucci, and Ivan Putski. Greg Valentine and the winning streak of Roddy Piper. Getting a commission victory there. And of course, that main event. Tito Santana defeating the Iron Sheik. Shortest match of the card was 4:43. We had, what, 7, 12, 17, 25, 30, something like 37 minutes of wrestling out of 6 matches. The average match was about 6 minutes. So, one of our higher quality shows so far, in my opinion. But that is going to do it here, guys. I appreciate it. We got some new followers on the Twitch stream. Again, thank you, guys, if you're watching live on Twitch. And what are you doing? If you're not following me live on Twitch, twitch.tv/RefJayhawk. Get those notifications when these streams go live and watch us live. Get involved in the chat and have some fun. If you are following on Twitch, greatly appreciated there as well. But the replays are available on YouTube. 1980 WWE 2K Universe onto YouTube. Check it out. All the shows are up in close to unedited form. As long as I don't screw up and simulate matches by mistake, which I've done. But of course, the social, X, TikTok, @RefJayhawk, Blue Sky, refjayhawk.bsky.social. I've got the podcast, The Indie Wrestling Guide, wherever you look into your favorite podcast. Direct link to the feed in the description on YouTube. Go check that out. That is going to do it for me for right now, guys. It is always greatly appreciated. We will be back no later than Thursday, hopefully sooner. But we'll be back, guys. Enjoy the show. Support professional wrestling.
Soundstripe.